How deep do you envision your rotation being at receiver, given how deep that room is?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think we go probably 6 to 8 deep as far as rotation, as far as the total number of guys that can play for us. It's just going to be a matter of flow and first downs, and you got to stay away from 3 and outs. 3 and outs are what kill rotations for receivers. You got to stay on the field, but I feel good about the first two groups, and I feel good about Vontae Chenault coming along too.
What in particular about Vontae are you excited about?
Kick and play. I like football players, guys that make plays. When the lights come on in the scrimmage, he went out there, made big plays, cut a couple touchdown catches. Still got to cut back on his MAs, but he's an extremely talented kid and can find himself in the mix if he keeps getting better.
He has a much different frame than his older brother.
Yeah.
Is there a player you would kind of compare him to?
He's just built more like a true wideout. His brother, obviously, Visca's built like a freak, man, like 6'2", 225, and just solid muscle. Vontae's more lean, longer body, real fluid in the hips. It's going to be a good player. Just got to continue to work.
What has Maurice Bell done this summer? Scarcely a scrimmage goes by where he's not being name dropped, making really awesome plays. What do you see for him?
Yeah, he's the most improved player in that room. I think Daniel's gotten better, but I think Maurice is really leaps and bounds better than what he was last year. And then he made some big plays in the spring, but he's much more consistent in fall camp. I think he's playing with a lot of confidence, and he's earned some playing time, so he's going to find himself in the mix.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe after 16, the receivers group might have kind of read their own press clippings a little bit. There wasn't quite as deep a group as this group has. Is that what kind of keeps these guys from getting complacent? Is that competition day after day?
Yeah, I think, after the 16 season, we won 10 games. It's a little different mindset right now. The way we finished last year wasn't good enough, and we had to create competition within that room to continue to get better. And I like, what I'm seeing out of KD. He's a leader. He won't let those guys slip up. It's a different mindset with these kids, and there's a lot more competition too. There's a lot more guys in the twos that are pushing the ones, and that makes for a better football team.
What did it mean when Mel Tucker named you assistant head coach?
It was definitely an honor for me. I think, Platty told me it was only the 13th time in school history. I thought that was pretty cool. I have a ton of respect for Coach Tucker, the culture he's trying to bring back to Colorado. I'm a Buff. I bleed black and gold, and so whatever he needs from me, I'm going to get it done, from recruiting to coaching, and I'm a Buff.
What drives you as a recruiter?
I want to win. The only way you win is have great players. Sometimes X's and O's it's overrated. It really is. You better have dudes out there that can make plays, not only at the receiver positions, but in the trenches. You better move bodies. You better be able to move the line of scrimmage. And the only way you do that is through recruiting. You got to recruit at the highest level if you want to have great teams. When I played here in the 90s, we had a bunch of great players that played on Sundays. When Coach McCartney was here, a bunch of great players that played on Sundays. You want to look at your record, look at who's transitioning to the National Football League. And Coach Tucker's brought that mindset, and we're going to get there.
Daniel Arias is always one of the last, if not the last guy on the practice field here. What does that say just about his work ethic, and what have you seen from him this fall?
He wants to be great. He wants to be great, and he's got an opportunity. He's 6'4", he's 210 pounds. He can run by any corner in the Pac-12, and he continues to work. So I told him, you continue to work, man, you're going to make mistakes. But if you continue to work, your work ethic is going to show up in games. You're always going to retreat back to your fundamentals and technique. And he's trying to sharpen his tools so he'll be able to play at his highest level on Saturdays.
Are the mental errors still showing up with him, or is it getting better?
He's gotten a lot better. He's cut his mental mistakes in half. He's really worked hard at it. He knows the offense, and now it's just a matter of applying his technique to play at a high level.
What do you kind of envision for, Tony Brown, one of the lone seniors in the group?
Tony Brown's going to play. He's a good football player. You can never have enough good football players on your football team. Tony's a guy that wherever I play him, he's going to play at a high level, And you never know what's going to happen. You don't know how guys get moved around and guys get banged up. Tony Brown's going to have a big role, and he's going to continue to make plays when he gets the chance.
Do you think Dimitri Stanley's going to be ready for the opener, or is it hard to say at this point?
I think that kid can be as good as he wants to be, really. He's just got to continue to work and continue to stay healthy, but he's got some special ability. And, I'm excited about him. He's had a great camp. And we'll see when the lights come on, but I'm excited to see what he's going to do.